I was just thinking about it. I live in Wisconsin, have a beautiful garden, and I go out there every day. And this morning I went out and I looked around, and it just felt like everything has changed since yesterday. And it really felt like being immersed in life itself. And so you can see the leaves of the beet, you reach into the light and the root goes deep into the ground. So there's this polarity, and you just feel like being with the divine presence, really. And that also feels like that when I then pull the beet out of the ground, wash it, bring it into the kitchen, and then carefully slice it and see these beautiful patterns, beautiful rings. And all our vegetables are just full of beautiful patterns. When we go in the kitchen, we continue those processes that took place in nature. It really feels like what we're doing in the kitchen is being elevated, like an offering, because we are so connected with life. And it's an aspect of every spiritual that everyone can embark on.
The pleasure of Sunday morning walking into the kitchen knowing I'm going to prepare this meal for these people with this food, with the herbs from my garden, and just to feel like as I go out, the parsley is excited to see me, and the parsley is excited about what can happen when the parsley shows up in the pot, you know? So there's this rapport. I want to read a few lines from your book. I enter my kitchen with deep silence. It is not a silence that is void of outer noise, but an inner silence and a calmness centered in the heart. This silence makes everything a whole and holy oneness, pregnant with potential.
Its presence, its being there, its warmth, its attention. The divine lives in the seasons, in the present, in the changing seasons. So, for example, my little beet that I picked this morning, I can make that into a very warming dish in the winter by roasting it, or I can make it into a very cooling, refreshing dish in the summer. So that is kind of that relationship with life that is divine, that we have, that we really nourish. I really like to cook simple but elegant foods. I try to think of it as a piece of art.
So I can just see from your smiling, from your face, of course I'm smiling too, because I sense in you the same shared appreciation and love of the beauty that ends up on our plate, then enters us, and then we return the favor by growing more seeds and allowing them to express themselves. So I want to again make mention of your book, Cooking for the Love of the World, by Anne-Marie Fryer. And you'll find it on Amazon as an ebook because unfortunately it's out of print. We sold the last copies in our bookstore. I was so thrilled to be able to sell this in our bookstore. Thank you very much for making it available, the last copies you had. So you'll find it as an ebook. Many of you who are listening to this have been to the Christine Center, and I know that you said to us one of the things you miss about being not able to come is our food. And so we'd like to make our own cookbook, the Christine Center cookbook, available. It's available through our website, www.christinecenter.org. And it's $11 and $4 for postage. So you'll be able to order a copy for yourself and recreate the meals that you've had here at the Christine Center.